Welcome back, wonderful viewers, to our fourth map of the day in the Valorant low rank tournament by Icy Flames. We just had our first dominant performance of the day as Bigfoot Brigade knocked down SI Chungus 13-2 on Bind. This next map will be between Synchronous eSports and NoAimNoBrain on Breeze. I'm Dandy, and alongside me is Alien. Coming into Breeze, what are your thoughts on this map as it starts to drop into the meta?
Long open sightlines. That's all I see. It's a beautiful map. The scenery's nice. It's nice and open, but sometimes nice and open can leave you killed, and that's what I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see a lot of Guardians come out here, as the Guardian recently has been buffed, and that's actually a pretty good gun on this map, as I've been using it myself on a few of my Breeze games. And I also expect to see quite a few ops coming out too, as it also got a price reduction. And just those long open sight lines and the potential of those weapons is just up there. I bet we're gonna see a couple of those be picked here.
Yeah, and we can get a closer look at our teams as we move into the tail of the tape. Now, Synchronous eSports is one of the teams that I casted during the scrimmages, and so I've seen a bit of them. And if I remember correctly, Retro is absolutely the player to watch as on that jet. You know, just so strong on his entry fragging and able to get a lot of damage done. Now, Alien, who do you think is another player to keep an eye out for as we head into our fourth map?
Definitely looking on it on the side of Synchronous too is yikes. Just once again, just a strong player. He's not the highest rank on the team, but he's able to get his job done. He has one of the highest headshot percentages on the team, and just a great KDA too. And he's just a strong player that you love to see come out here.
Definitely, and yeah, just like that, we'll be heading into our character select screen as, I mean, we have yet to see a true meta be established on this map of the pro level since it was not played in Iceland. So there aren't just kind of standardized character picks that we expect to see, but yeah, early on, we have our first lock in on the Omen and now Sova as well. I think Sova is pretty strong on this map because it is a pretty flat map, unlike Split, and there isn't a lot in the way. You can get those recon bullets into a lot of different areas, and both teams look like they might be going for a Viper as well. And yeah, we see some hovering of Yoru, and usually that's a joke, but on Breeze, that might not be a joke. Yoru's pretty strong on this map, Alien.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of Yorus be played on this map at a pretty high level, but Viper is one of those key picks on this map too. Her wall is so crucial for this map, and seeing a Viper on both sides is pretty standard. Is you just see the walls go up when the spike goes down, and walls, smokes everywhere from Viper, and just that poison ability too when you jump through it is deadly, and it's beautiful for splitting up the site to making sure that those long sight lines that I talked about aren't as long, and that you're able to see it and kind of work more towards the mid-range area.
Yeah, and I find it interesting that NoAimNoBrain has gone with the two controller setup with that Viper and the Omen, and I got nothing against it. Two controller, two duelist, and initiator seems like a pretty good lineup, especially because that Skye has the ability to heal as well, so you don't need that Sage, but obviously Sage has more to offer than just her E, although sometimes in ranked games, it seems like my team only thinks I can heal,
Yeah, no, definitely. And her wall is super crucial, but you don't always need a Sage here. And the walls, as I said, already going to be planted here. The Sky Dog going to be able to scout out a couple of them, and now it's coming in here as the push comes in. Retro, going to see if he can find any. He won't be able to find any as NoAimNoBrain gets the first pick of this match, and now just looking to see what they can do as the spike will be coming down here around their normal area, but they will find Glafermus as he tries to run away from planting the spike, and now just all playing this backside area, looking to see what they can do, and now NoAimNoBrain only has one left to take out. And it's the Sova looking to see what he can do. The sonar dart gonna give away his position, and Dota gonna find him. And that's the first round for NoAimNoBrain.
That it is, and getting that first round of the attacking side is important. I mean, this map is pretty open, and I have yet to play it a ton, but I think in some ways it can kind of be an attack-sided map, but I don't know if the jury's quite out on that yet, but we did see great use of that Viper wall by NoAimNoBrain early on, and just blocking off that tunnel area, not allowing any vision through there, and now Slasher with a Viper wall of their own as it's going to go down and block off some mid, but might not be worthwhile as the push is coming in towards the A side. Viper wall for the attacking side will cut that site in half as the dog will move the charge. Gonna check that initial angle, the discipline angle there, and looks like they're gonna be able to get spiked down.
Yeah, and they're trades starting to happen back and forth. The wall will go down, making this long sideline opening, and I expect that to come up here soon after the plant is planted.
Spike planted.
But now they're just looking to see what they can do here, as this team's just trying to play around this wall. And it's so hard.
Taking so much space here.
One enemy remaining.
Wacket and Data gonna use those spectrums to the best of their ability and clean up the rest of the kills, only losing one player on that round as we go into the third and the bonus round for the attackers.
Yeah, definitely. And now that they got their Spectres in hand, they might have one person on the rifle, but kind of unlikely. Might go for a Spectre kind of save here as they build up their economy some more, but rifles coming out from the side of the defense, and this is now where it starts to get true. And like you said, this is, in my opinion, an offensive-sided map. It does feel like the offense has the advantage here, if you know what you're doing. I've definitely had teammates just sit up and B and just be confused on how to push through a chokehold before. But getting into here, great wall coming through to make sure that you block off your push in the mid, but Retro gonna find one, gonna spot that out, and now the wall's going down. Should be going down here. That's gonna leave the sidelines open, but Might is gonna be the one taken out from that, and Dota gonna be able to find Retro, but Vexify sitting on site does get flashed and finally taken out, and now the last two players forced to rotate over as the spike comes down here. And Slasher and Tanatro, Tanner and Nito just trying to see what they can do, playing around this tricky double controller that NoAimNoBrain has set up.
Right here.
Maybe get some information out of the Sova, but he does not have a recon dart available. Pushes in, doesn't expect the player above, and that's going to be it for the defense. As 3 rounds in a row now for the attackers. Off to a good start, NoAimNoBrain.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like the side of Synchronous just needs to pick it up a little bit. They've got 2 players sitting on 0 kills. Their highest kill is Retro, only with 2. No one's really going positive. As you look at the other side, they're either even or going positive. And there's 2 players that haven't even died yet. And this is the 4th round, so I expect to see a little more resistance coming out here with the defense, but it's going to look like another B push, as that's what's been working out for them. Blind coming out, which is going to trigger the wall to be set up, and now just looking to see what they can do and trying to clear out what they can. I believe the wall there has been cleared. The wall has been put up.
Yeah, the Owl Drone gonna push back through mid, and will spot the players in elbow. He almost didn't turn to check him out, and Tannerito gonna have a quick push, but won't time it very well, and will get blocked off by the snake bite there, getting a shock dart in, but for good measure, as the Seekers will come out, and Might on the flank, but has been found out, and is just knocked down by Glamorphous, and now just 3 players left for the defense. Recon Dart is available, which is huge for this B side, although it can't quite cover the whole area, but it is just shot down right away. 5 players now left, all eyes trained on this bridge. They know exactly where these players are for the defense. They start to work their way in. They're going to have to push together, and does manage to take one, but traded out by the operator of Roomba. Great shot by that Jet. Now it's just 1 left. Retro alone in a 1v4. Gonna drop it down, and the toes are spotted through that one way, and a great shot. That is some beautiful Omen play to know your one way so well and get the player on the other side.
Yeah, definitely. Omen has such great one-ways, and it looks like they're doing a little bit of a gun roulette there if I looked at that, but he already has it off. He's not willing to drop that or anything else, as the fourth come into the 5th round here, and Retro gonna be buying an off of his own. He's finally saved up enough money for that, but it's just looking so strong in the side of NoAimNoBrain. They just haven't been stopped. It just seems like they don't have an answer to stop them right now.
That's tough against the double controller. I mean, it does seem like NoAimNoBrain is but
Spike down A.
that judge close up. That's a good way to counter the double controller. Take control of your own by pushing in early, taking that space that they're used to having for free. But now they start pushing in. Slasher again with the judge. Just due for that life there, and Tannerito gonna maybe challenge this operator. It does. It picks him off, and now the defense has the first advantage of this match. They are up 3v2, 3v1 now as Data gets the plant down, but will be able to spike out Vexify as takes him down as well. Now a 1v2. The recon bolt won't quite locate him as he manages to sneak in between those pyramids, but Retro will take him out with that operator, and finally Synchronous eSports gets their first round on the board.
Yeah, they finally got an answer to this, and they're able to do something to this response, and now kind of building up the ults here on their side. They've got 3 ults available. The other side also does have 3 ults available of their own, and this is finally put up a bit of a resistance that you like to see here. They finally got an answer to their pushes, and it's just be counter-aggressive, sitting close with that judge, and he's going with it again. He knows that it worked last time, so he's confident in doing this again. But now
might as well, if it works, might as well stick with it. And looks like Flacken's going to throw a different wall, different look for the attacking side as they decide to mix it up on their own here, and might just peeking out mid, might be able to take first contact here, but that toxic screen's going to block him off, spotted out by the blind. They won't know whether he is towards that lookout position or in tunnels as the push is starting to come up through mid. Just map control here. Everyone is taking their own space and taking their time, and no one from either side has seen each other except through drones and dogs at this point, Alien.
Yeah, definitely. Neither team is really playing aggressive this round. You definitely do have your players who are pushed up a bit, but no one's willing to push through those smokes or those walls to get that early information. And first, finally, Mike gonna find the first kill onto Dota. And now coming in here more and more. You're gonna just keep seeing what they can do as they look to find more, but like going to not be able to find a second one as Wacken takes him out, and now the commit finally over onto the A side will happen, but Retro will be able to get the kill, and the spike will be grabbed. But it's gonna be dropped right back down onto the A side. Now 3-on-2 in favor of the defense. The ult coming out just to make sure that they can hold on to that spike too, and now all interested to see what can happen. Wacken gonna find Retro, who's using the and then Kurumba going to find the Viper sitting on it, gonna grab the spike, get on the site, get that quick plant down. What a nice smoke to be able to block out the radar guard.
Spike planted.
And now
great movement there too to get into that position, and takes him out as well to finish off the round. We have 5 in a row. That was a bit of a weird one, as we saw players getting shot from the back all over the place on both sides, but it did end up, the trades ended up being in the favor of the attacking side, as now they look at their ultimates too. 4 ready this round, and Data's only 1 away. 5 out of 6 almost available to use those Seekers.
Yeah, definitely, and those Seekers can be strong here to get that info, and I feel like having all your ults ready there's something good about it, but I also feel like you shouldn't really be doing that too much, because you want to have good ult economy. You want to be using those ults to swing those fights, but Slasher, before he can get the judge, is going to be called out by Glyphimus. And Retro kind of just sitting here with his own knives, waiting to see what's going to happen. Prepared to do the right click. Will hit the right click, but gets traded right back out, and Wacken looking to see if he can do any more damage. The eye coming out. Will find him through the line.
Last player standing.
But the shock dart will
Spike
take him
planted.
out. Now the spike's going down, and it's all left up to Vexify. He does have the res, so he could get this res off, which could turn it into a 2-on-2. But Sky and Reyna is such a powerful duo to try to beat. Wall will be coming up. Res onto Jet, who does have the knives now. And now the Seekers coming out as a counter response, try to get that information on where each player will be hiding from.
That will end up stunning one out, and we'll both wind up here. Great headshot by Retro, pushing his way to the side. And Retro good for 3 this round. Rez absolutely worth it. And the time
he doesn't have it.
Might be there. Oh, a great effort there, and Retro will go down to the bomb, and the round will be in favor of NoAimNoBrain. 6 rounds now for the attacking side.
Yeah, that's 6 rounds now, and they're just looking dominant. They're looking like our last match. They just gave up one free bonus round, except that wasn't really a bonus round. It was a well-fought round that time, but they're still just looking strong. Their economy's building up. They're playing super heavy, and they don't seem to look to be anywhere near slowing down here as we get into this 8th round. And now the offline's held by Retro. Seeing what he can do by that down that long hallway. Now Slasher sitting in a different position with the judge. Will be spotted out by the Wolf, so he could get wallbanged here, but it looks like what's going to happen. He's going to wait for the spray to die down a little bit as he throws up his Viper Orb, but now the plant will be coming down as he does push up aggressive. We'll find him, but the spike does go down just in time. Now the defuse coming out. Will unfortunately just try to hold it, but the smoke does in for him. 2-on-4 now as sprays just go back and forth, and they just need to hold this spike. They're doing such a good job at it. The AWP is going to find him, and then Mike eventually going to find Flacken, and that is going to allow the defuse to finally happen in the 2nd round, coming in for the defenders.
And yeah, I like that from Slasher. I mean, obviously, you know, the judge play worked out from there, managing to get the spike planter right after it goes down. Might as well stick that defuse. You never know when it's gonna work. Didn't quite get it that time, but the round is what they got as Synchronous eSports gets their 2nd on the board, heading into round number 9. Now, they started to put a few rounds together, but that does reset their loss bonus, and now they only get 1,900 per round as opposed to 2,900 that they got from losing 2 rounds in a row. So economy is an important resource here as we go into round 9. Gonna go ahead and Vexify, walling up early, taking a quick contact, but will back off. Decides better against it, and the wall does already have a hole in it. NoAimNoBrain doesn't want anything stopping them from getting into that B site whenever they want to, and Glaymorphos does take out the Sage as well. A good headshot there as Mike peeking it in, and that smoke. Oh, I like that smoke a lot, allowing them to push through the wall, get onto the site, and Mike is going to be caught out here. Just kidding, Mike gets one and uses the dismiss to get away as the B site has been taken over by NoAimNoBrain, and we are in a 3v3 here, Alien.
Yeah, and now 3v3 post plant could be very tricky on Breeze. Information will be spotted. They will miss the op shot and the headshot on the failed TP from Glamorous. He gets away with his life there. And now coming through. Gonna see what they can be doing. Dota will be able to find Might. Retro looking to see what he can do. Will get tagged. Dog coming out again, but Tanero coming aggressive. Will be able to find one, but won't be able to find any others. And now it's all left up to Retro. Seeing what he can do. Will hear the jet dash. Looking to find his op again. Will be able to find it, and just decides to save it for his better judgment. And now they need to get out here. Spike going off here soon. If they don't start running, they might get caught out by this. But
it looks like they'll escape with their rifles. I think a good call by Retro there to keep the operator. That'll be enough for the team to force a round into the next one. And yeah, they've got just enough money. Maybe Retro can drop over. I guess not, because he does have to full buy all the armor and utility backup. So the judge again on Slasher, a site we're getting used to seeing, and it will be a bit of a mix-up as Slasher's gonna be taking that judge to the B site. But let's see if, I don't know, it might be NoAimNoBrain looking for mid, maybe looking for A, as they haven't haven't quite decided yet. And yeah, looks like
Get
this
out of my
play
way.
is going to be outside the A side as Tannerito going to try to spot him out early with the recon dart.
The hunt begins.
And let's see if any tags come out. I don't think so. And Roomba getting aggressive early, and Data takes the head off of Might real quick, which is absolutely huge for them. And the tube is completely taken over, and Tannerito knows someone's got to be behind him. Manages to block out the Rain and Lear, but will go down to Kalashi in the end, as the B side has been almost taken over. Vexify was the last person standing there. And oh, what a shot by
Last
Retro.
player
The
standing.
repeat isn't worth anything,
Spike
though, as
planted.
Slasher might be able to get one with the judge. Does. Oh, so trained onto that Phantom and doesn't check the next corner. That's now 8 rounds for the attackers. No aim, no brain, showing us how to do it on the attacking side here.
Yeah, definitely. And they're playing Breeze well. They're using. I see a couple players even picking a few Phantoms too, and this is kind of weird to see because we talked about how long the sidelines are on this, but now look on the side of the defense. They have 2 judges. They like to still play that close game, even with a site that's built all about length. And it's just impressive to see him shine, and I believe heading into this, it's a partial buy round from the defense, looking to see what they can do, as Mike gonna sit in the close corner, will be spotted out with that drone, and unfortunately going to be just destroyed here as he tries to run away with his eye, but won't be able to survive too much, as now they look to push in to the site to see what they can get done.
Spike planted.
Ooh, the judge not able to get it done there as Tannerito gets taken out as well. Hunter's Fury could not find the bomb planter. Slasher starting to work his way into his own. And,
Last
oh my
player
gosh,
standing.
the Slasher flicks. Now going to be just hiding behind the smoke, but they know just about exactly where he is. Going to be able to isolate one, but can't get either as Quacken takes out the opposing Viper. And 9 rounds now on the board for the attacking
Last round
side.
before
No
the
aim, no
switch.
brain. Can't be stopped here. And yeah, 10-2 it's going to be real scary if Synchronous gives up this round.
Yeah, definitely. And looking at this, Synchronous, they give up this round. They need to find something on offense. They need to find the spark that No Aim, No Brain has and see what they can do. And it looks like Vandal now coming out from Slasher. He doesn't want to go for the judge, but they've stacked 3 people onto this B side while they stacked all 5, and it looks like it's going to be a quick peek. Going to find the bird, unfortunately, and won't be able to find any players as he misses his shot. And now, Viper Pit also going to be coming out, going to block off one sideline, but no one's really coming from that angle. Now as the push kind of commits. Omen looking to see what he can do. We'll find one. Won't be able to find the second one as Retro gets the kill. But now the Spike moving over to the other side as Might will be able to find one, but the Spike is now on its way over to the A side. Might won't be able to find 2 as Kill Sheet will be able to find him.
Yeah,
Now,
great back and forth between the Rainas and Slasher
Spike
showing that they can
planted.
get it done with the Vandal as well. Not just Judge one trick, a great shot there, but Spike will be planted on the A side, and Fwacken with a interesting off angle could catch someone off guard, but looks like they're just going to rotate straight through spawn. And Roomba, now this is a crazy position. This is going to be one that they probably don't check, especially with that operator. We'll see if he sticks to it. They're going to have to open the door as well, as I believe it is closed. Retro
Last
Flash
player
coming
standing.
in, and yeah, the door opens and they don't get it. And 10 rounds now for the attacking side. No aim, no brain. I mean, showing us that they either have aim or brain here. It's one or the other, but whatever it is, it's definitely working for them.
I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's both of them. They have the aim and they have the brains coming out. Their name being a little bit of a misslide here as they take it 10-2 coming into this half, and now they just need to win 2 pistol rounds and 1 more, and they've won the game. It's just a repeat of what we've seen last game so far, and
Yeah.
it's Breeze is just once again just such a hard map to play sometimes. If you don't know what you're doing, you can really get called out. But it looks like they're going to be 5 stacking onto this B site. But Sky and Viper sitting over here. Gonna see what they can see what they can do. But here it comes, the Owl drone gonna be coming. The bird will cause an early flash, and now information trying to be given. Won't find the exact position on one player, but will find the exact position on the other. Now coming into here, seeing seeing what they can do around this pillar as Slasher pushes up from middle. We'll be able to find one. We'll almost get two. We'll find... Won't be able to find two, but he gets the information, which causes the death of those players, and now coming through. Seeing what they can do in this 2v5 retake.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, Retro getting one more, and now it's just left up to Roomba. This Jet all alone against 5 players for the attacking side. Synchronous showing us that they still have life in them as they go to the second half, and Slasher taking out Roomba. Slasher's first kill of the round, or no, maybe got one on that flank, but that flank absolutely won them the round, whether it got all 3 kills or not. It was, oh, we will have a timeout coming in, which is great, because I wanted to talk about Slasher some more on that flank. I mean, it basically seemed like there was so much pressure onto B main right away that's the only place the defense was working. NoAimNoBrain kind of got distracted, and they were all looking at that angle, forgetting that someone could come in from the other side, and just came in, got one, did a lot of damage on a second, and then I believe headshot the third as well on the way into side. And that just created so much space for them, and especially, you know, the utility from Viper just knocking down those sight lines is huge for them on the attacking side.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like this timeout is kind of a big tactical timeout here too, because you get the momentum in your favor. Now you can kind of call this, just wait out a little bit, not let your fire die, but know that you want to continue this streak and try to put out the fire that NoAimNoBrain has built up for themselves. But looking as we come back into the game, it looks like they want to be stacking all players onto the A sites, and now definitely going to be interesting to see how this is, because they don't stack all players onto the A site. They do the default spike leaning over towards B, but they got to figure out an answer for that mid push, because if they last time that happened, that just led to their demise.
That it did, and the timer ticks down, walls dropping in. The toxic screens coming out from both Vipers as Retro will kill the dog early, and gonna go ahead and take the space gained off of that. They might not be ready as the drone pushes them back. They know exactly where Data is now. Will dodge a flash pretty well and is exactly ready for that peek again. Now 2 players already down on the B side, and Spike can make its way in once it's been picked up. Now it's delayed a little bit as they had to go back and grab it, but Wacken gonna try to lock this down with the pistol. Glape does get one, but Retro make it that much harder for him, as it is just this Omen left. He did manage to pick up a Spectre and has a Shadow Step to work with, but it's gonna be a lot to do, so especially as Might pushes out from that elbow and completes the round 4 now for Synchronous eSports.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see. You like to see them put up a bit of a resistance here. You don't like to see them just give up those 2 pistol rounds and put them on match point for the rest of the game. They now have a buffer to work with. They have 3 rifle rounds to work with that they can get through, and they're unfortunately going to be saving their Spectres that they came through this match. So this could lean in the way of NoAimNoBrain with them getting all their rifles that they want. But coming here, they've been looking strong so far, and definitely a good showing, and not looking like they're going to stop.
Yeah, that it doesn't, as the Viper toxic screens cross in the middle, and the gonna hit 2 there as Roomba, as both those players have been made vulnerable pushing through. It didn't matter as Roomba did nail those headshots, easy done, and now it's already a 5v2. And this seems like it's going to put them on 11 rounds here, but Vexify has something to say about it, and they do trade one back as Tannerito drops to the Omen as well. Vexify, oh, a good headshot for that Spectre. Can't quite get it done from that range, and 11 rounds on the board for the defense. NoAimNoBrain finally picking up their first rifle round on the defensive side, and looking to get to map point any second now.
Yeah, definitely. They've been playing this. They haven't started off the best on this defensive half, but finally got some rifles in their hands, and they're starting to look like themselves on offense again. They're able to just clean up that defense really, really quickly, and now coming here into it, they just need 2 more rounds, and they take it. And it looks like they're going to be playing that mid again. The orb is going to be heard from Karumba, so he is gonna say that out, as the drone won't find anything down that long hallway. now.
This aggression out of Roomba down mid could get caught up by the Viper, and Slasher does manage to pick up that kill as the Viper, the toxic screen there, bought him just enough time to get into position. Might, meanwhile, does take out another player on the A side, and that will allow the spike to get planted as well. 5 players alive for the attacking side, and only 3 left for the defense. Kalashi might be able to catch someone off guard here. They might not be ready for someone to have pushed out all the way, and we'll see as Slasher is backing off. Maybe he'll pick it up, and Kalashi does pick up one there. Fwacken's gonna be close. Not watching the doors. Retro as Fwacken pushes in. Now it's a 2v3. Very doable now for the defensive side, but they have to start taking space away quickly as Might forced out of the corner, pushed down to 50 HP, and only and made vulnerable for a period of time. Now the will reveal the location. Fwacken's gonna take one. We'll have to push this if they want to stick with the fuse. They're gonna have to push it now, but no, they're not gonna be able to get it done. Gets one more kill, but now another round for Synchronous eSports. They're staying alive here. They're fighting for their tournament life. They want to keep moving on in this bracket.
Yeah, definitely. Good job to put up some resistance. Got the rifles in their hands, and they brought it to NoAimNoBrain saying, hey, we see that you guys have rifles. We only had SMGs. Give us some rifles and we'll show you what you can do. They take that round again, and that puts them up, and then keeps narrowing this gap that NoAimNoBrain has to worry about. And it's still 6-round gap that they have, but each round that's closer and closer is just more and more you don't want to see, and especially you don't want to tilt out of a game like this. This game's really winnable for NoAimNoBrain, and just having the potential to tilt out of this game is big, but that was almost a big play coming out from Karumba, but just didn't decide to take the shots. I don't know why he didn't. He was looking right at Slasher. But Slasher will find that kill in the plant. They'll come down, making this a 5-on-4 retake in favor of the offense here.
Yeah, as they come back in, Retro does pick up data as well. The Viper opens that pit will be a dangerous thing to put into on the side, and the Warfare is going to just spray into it, hoping to pick up one, but won't get anything now. It's just that Omen left alive by himself. Gonna try to push that paranoia into the area. There's not much he can do. 6 rounds now for the attackers as Synchronous eSports are definitely still alive, and they're definitely still in this game.
Yeah, definitely, and they've been playing it well. They've been narrowing this gap that they need to do, but it's been a big gap, but they're now 5 rounds away from making it an even game, and Breeze is looking to be just offensive sided for both these teams here. But most of the time, maps are defensive heavy, but this map, neither team really knowing how to defend it, and it's just creating chaos on both sides, as the attack seems to be the one that's always favored here. But now, 4 stacking onto the A side, they know that they want to push, or think that they want to push the A side again since it's been working, and now the information on B is going to be called out, and the rotate is going to be called over, but they're giving up B site for free. They're playing for the retake. The Retro going to find a really good kill all the way down on the Fwacken.
Spike planted.
Yeah, that was a beautiful crosshair placement by the Jet. Managing to knock that head off right away, and the retake is in session. 5-4. The Empress will come out for Kalashi as well. Now, Glamorous does pick up one. That is huge, even up the numbers, and gets that ultimate, which can get them some more information here. Will cancel, but now they know exactly where they are. Now only 3 players left for the attacking side as they try to defend the spike. 1 player is in mid though. Slasher again lurking, but now they know 1 player's on site, 1 player mid. Let's see if they can catch him out. He is pushed into tunnel. Now they need to start putting some pressure onto the spike, and they do, and that draws him out right into the sight line of Sirumba, and the defuse comes in, and now NoAimNoBrain is on match point.
Finally put themselves onto match point, and now all they need is just 1 win.
Match point.
And the offense here, they need to find 6 straight rounds to just bring it into overtime, and if they want to win it as quickly as they can, they need to win 8 rounds against NoAimNoBrain, and they've just been, NoAimNoBrain has been looking so strong that I feel like that's going to just be such a daunting task to try to win 8 straight against NoAimNoBrain to take this as soon as possible.
It does seem like it's going to be a tricky one, as we do have full rifles across the board. Defensive Bulldog onto Fwacken, that Viper, but it shouldn't be much of a factor, especially in these longer sight lines. You're going to be aiming down sights more, and the burst fire of a Bulldog is pretty good. And the Slasher again playing this mid position, and does get caught out by Sirumba that time. They've been dancing around each other all match, and does lose the fight that time, but traded right back by Might. See Roomba Might again for 2 there. That's absolutely huge to pick up the player on the flank as they were being pinched in there from mid, and they allows them to back off, take some space, and I think get a res off as well. Yes, as Slasher is back alive. Now a 5v3, 5v2 as Might picks up one more, pushing out of mid. This mid play has been super strong for them as Synchronous is pushing in. It looks like they want to plant the spike on A here, Alien.
Spike planted.
Yeah, the spike will be going down on A, but now it's a 5v2 on this retake, and they're just kind of standing around, covering all the angles. The sound will be heard on Data.
Enemy remaining.
Data will be taken out, but Flacken still is unknown, but won't be able to do anything against the Retro, as Retro will find 2 that round too. And what a great play by them, and what a great way to start off this one of 8 rounds needed.
Yeah, and looks like we'll have a bit of a save coming out for the defense. NoAimNoBrain using their brains a bit here, deciding to not buy themselves into a hole. And this way they can fight as hard as possible in the next round, as they are just 1 round away from victory. And he's gonna drop some pistols over to teammates, which I think is a good call. When you have someone with a bigger bank as opposed to buying up a hero rifle, it's sometimes good to balance that out. That's what we see here. And the B pressure coming out early with the Owl drone onto the B side, gonna create some space as Roomba again in mid. Oh man, and they're ready for it. Let's see if he uses that updraft and can catch someone off guard. Ooh, great work hiding that smoke. That way he doesn't get caught out by the Leer at all. And help is coming in the form of the Omen pushing out. And they've taken a lot of space down mid. And, oh man, everyone's just right on the other side and just peeks out a little too far, not knowing exactly where that wall was because it's due to the toxic screen. And there it is. The ultimate does go down. Bladestorm is lost by C Roomba. And now it's just Kalashi and Fwacken left in a 2v4.
Yeah, the Empress, I believe, has been popped. Never mind. It had. Actually, was it? I could not tell if it was or wasn't. I thought I saw it popped, but what do I know? As the spike will be going down here on this A site, and just looking to see what they can do. Retro gonna find out 1, but will be unable to find the second one, as Retro now gonna have near full HP with a Sheriff in hand, seeing what they can do with this. All they need is 3 good headshots, and now picking up the Phantom gonna make it even better. The Silver Dart gonna be coming in. If that's stuck to him, there's no way he could have shot it off himself. Now coming through, will be able to find 1. Will be healed up back a little bit, but unfortunately won't be able to find anything, and that's another round win coming in for this team. And they've just been looking really, really well here on the offensive half.
Yeah, great try on that reposition there by Kalashi, but alas, it was too much to fight off. But now 5 rifles on both sides as we are into round number 21. Still, NoAimNoBrain just one round away from taking this map and moving on in the bracket. And looks like they're gonna go ahead and leave some pressure towards the A site, and they might catch him off guard in this tube area. We'll see. The fight between Might and Kalashi goes in favor of the offense. Might taking out the opposing Reyna and healing up off of it as well. Gonna keep that life, and that's absolutely huge here, as that opens up a bit more space on the A side, and that looks like where they want to take it here, Alien.
Yeah, and it's just their A push has been working so well, but then
spike planted.
They just know when the defense wants to send 4 people over to A site, and then that's when they push B. It's just they just don't have an answer for this, and now backing off. They don't even have a Sage Wall to block off this angle to get the spike defused. They don't even have that many smokes either. But they're gonna have to figure out something here as time comes through, and Glamorous going to get headshot. But now looking at the spike, looking to see what they can do. Vexify will find 1, and will find another. Vexify will find a second. All left up to find him. He's got an ace here if he wants to do it. The Slasher is the better Viper here, and it's gonna take it in a flawless round for the offense.
And just like that, it's looking pretty doable for Synchronous. They've been looking good these last 3 rounds. Once the pressure got to them, they really showed up and started taking him away as the buy is going to come out here. I didn't think they would force into it, but looks like they will. Bulldog, Spectres, and a little bit of light armor coming in, but you know, it could absolutely be done as they decide they want to push in early. Looks like they're going to take the fight to the attacking side off the bat here.
Definitely Data knows Mike will be there, but decides not to take it, and Vexify will find kill sheet. Just whacking around on that aggressive A push. Now, coming through. Mike will find one. Gets flashed out, so he will be back, but the eye coming out will be able to spot one, and as they rotate over to this B side that they've now left completely open. And the sound will be heard.
Player there locking it down too as Roomba picks up one through mid. It's absolutely huge for them at this point as they catch the rotate, but isn't good for two as Vexify finishes them off. And now just 2 players left for the defense. It's just Data and Glamorphous at left as the spike will be planted on B site. And man, I don't know. I wonder if it's best for them to save the rifles here. I guess they can't totally buy up in the next round, but they're so far away from the site that's going to take them. Yeah, okay. It does look like they want to wait this one out. Keep those rifles for the next round and see what they can do from there. As it looks like we're going to have Synchronous eSports on their 10th round here, Alien.
Yeah, and they brought it back really well. From a half that was 2-10, it's now going to be 10-12, and it's just something you don't expect to see with such a dominant performance on the offense, but neither of these teams really know how to play defense on Breeze, and they're just really good at playing offense. And Data with a little bit of a no flash there, I believe. I don't know if he triggered that or not. I didn't hear the bird sound go off, but Spike will go off here. They're going to save their 2 rifles, and now these are going to have to be the hero rifles for their team as they save. See what they can do for that. See what kind of kills they can get on those rifles, because you need to start putting rifles in your own teammates' hands. And
yeah, and it looks like they might be forcing up a bit. Kalashi does have that Empress ready, and light armor on Arena is always a viable option as they can heal up after they get the first kill. See Roomba deciding to go with a Bulldog Ezreal, whacking the last one to decide. We'll see what they pick up. And does have that ultimate as well. The Viper's Pit could be huge here. But decides to just stick with the Ghost. And we'll see. A lot of pressure is going to be on the shoulders of Kalashi as the push might come into V pretty quick. And was spotted out by the drone, trying to just run away. Doing everything they can at this point to just not die and trying to hold some space, but combination of the slow orb and the recon bolt is going to make it a little tricky. Doesn't manage to get out. Data gets one as well. Kalashi holding this backside area, and they decide better against it. They don't want to push. They don't want to push out into B anymore, as they have taken a lot of space in mid and want to look towards that fight back over to the A site. Quick fight in mid, but could get caught off guard as Data picks up a second in the round, taking out Might, and is going to back out using those Seekers. Absolutely huge at this point to get that information. They might be able to find out where these players are going, but they are being shot down pretty early as they get chased back towards the bottom side of mid here, Alien.
Yeah, and it looks like they want to rotate over towards A, but the defense already knowing that, sending a full rotate themselves over to the A site, but it looks like they are going to be sending that Raven back over to the B site, make sure that that site is fully cleared out, and I believe the information will be called that they're not over there. And now coming into this 3-on-5 here as they look to push into the site. Going to be called out Data. Looking to see if he can find one. He will find one. Will be able to find 2. He's on his ace potential to end the round. All he needs to find is Slasher, and he will find Slasher for the ace. And that will be the round win for NoAimNoBrain, with Data doing a beautiful job getting the ace for his final round.
Defenders win.
What a way to close it out. I wish I knew Star Trek Next Generation better so I can make some reference to Data the android. But alas, looking like a robot out there, Data finishes them all off. That wasn't too bad, was it? As we do have a 13-10 victory coming out for NoAimNoBrain, and that will eliminate Synchronous eSports from the tournament. Coming up next, we will have our last match of the night. But in the meantime, we'll take a quick break, and we will see y'all back here soon.